While I wait for you all to test and give feedback on the Foot Joust demo, which is available to play on itch.io right now, I thought maybe it would be a good time to revisit one of my old projects and complete a promise that I made.
Because I enjoy the gameplay so much and want to give everyone a latency as free possible experience, I'm going to port this to PC for local multiplayer that you can also play with a controller.
And with all the wild success from the mobile version,
Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys.
and demand from players, I decided to follow through. So to make this PC version, all we have to do is copy the project, add it to Unity Hub, open it and switch platforms, and that's it. See you guys in the next one. Okay, well, maybe it's not going to be that easy. Although I did try to run it as it was, and this is basically what happened. We managed to connect to each other and find each other, but when you hit start, nothing happens, and when the host quits, the other player just hangs on the main screen. So we're just going to skip the networking part for now. Ideally, I want to create a mode where two players can share one screen and connect up some controllers in the same vein as something like Nidhogg. So I copied the original gameplay scene, proceeded to gut all the networking components and create a local version of each player. Then all I had to do was figure out how to set up two inputs. After some research, I found that the new Unity input system is really straightforward and does everything for you, but somehow that took me all afternoon. But just like that, we can connect either a PlayStation or an Xbox controller. When you push any button, the first player will join, followed by the second controller when they push another button, which now both players can move about individually. So before I get all the game mechanics, I thought I'd incorporate the UI and structure of gameplay. So this will be where the big difference between local and network play will come in. On the mobile version, you'll be presented with this screen, with your UI and IP address. So I just need to come up with an alternative for two players sharing a screen. Because the controller system works in a press to join manner, I decided to use that to my advantage instead of fighting against it and trying to come up with something else altogether. So now when the player selects the shared screen mode and is taken to the correct scene, the text will appear just like this. So when the first player joins, we can see that the character appears and is locked from moving or attacking until the second player joins in. Once the second player joins, the countdown will begin again like normal, and then once the match starts, the game timer goes and the players can move. Then when a player is knocked out, the other one will score. Once the game is over, it will show the final result and announce the winner. So the other change I've had to make is the gameplayer's UI. When playing on mobile, it looked more like this. The fun part about it is that you couldn't see your opponent's stamina and only your own. This made it so you couldn't tell how close your opponent was to being stunned. Now that the players have to share a screen, both stamina bars are revealed, and now both players can play around with this mechanic being fully revealed to each other. And now with the actual game's structure out of the way, it's time to move towards the combat mechanics. Okay, so a wise man once said,
"Don't put boring things in the devlog."
So I did anyways. All the combat stuff was pretty straightforward. I just recreated everything, a bit of copy and paste here and there, and it was all good to go in just a couple days. Then I just updated the how to play screen with the new controls, and that was it. All that was left to do is test it. So I built the project and then proceeded to play it on my TV, which was way more satisfying and more unreal than I had expected, because I'm so used to just playing my games and projects on a mobile screen. It also felt great to play too. The controls were comfortable, and being able to play without network lag made combat feel less wonky or unpredictable. I'd love to see any of you guys out there playing this with your friends. You can connect any controller supported by Unity, so either an Xbox or a PS4 controller should work great. If you only have one controller, there are some keyboard inputs as well, so go get it on itch now. You might be now thinking, what about the network side? What about two computers, like two phones? Well, my answer to that is,